when I was listening to that, I was thinking the same thing you thought. I was like, you know, nothing is really sucking me in. But when it was done, I immediately wanted to go back and listen to it again. So it was like I was trying to reconcile what the fuck this was. Yeah. And because he's lyrical, but he's not like over your head,
like lyrical
crazy,
miracle.
like right. But it's for some reason when I listen to him, the thing that comes to mind is it's like everything he says, it sounds like he means it. It's like everything sounds so genuine. Like I could hear these raps coming from somebody else, and I just be like, okay, they're just raps.
Just bars.
For some reason, when he says it, it's like there's conviction in everything this dude says. And yeah, he's not hype, but I feel like in some moments you can definitely feel a different inflection. He sounds angrier. He sounds more sorrowful.
Then a hip hop album review, Reason. There you have it. So we got a special guest coming on a couple of other videos. So as long as you watch this, you know who this will be. But Damone Tyrell told us, brought it to our attention that Reason actually tried to get us to review this some years ago now. That's interesting because I didn't see it. I didn't pay attention to it at the time. The way I was put on was, you know, I follow Top on Instagram and he posted it. And I'm like, oh, new artist, new music, TDE, got the stamp. Check it out, it can't be that bad. And I was like, God damn, who the fuck is this? Like, shit. You know, and that leads me to a conversation I was having with B in the new era, the digital music era. Have we seen a collective, like a label or like TDE be this successful with this many acts and managing them and dropping projects and strategically doing this and that? Like, I don't think we've seen a label navigate this digital space the way that they have. And then to add another guy like this on top of that, it's just like, damn, like they're really outdoing themselves.
You know, this was a mixtape. I think that he was pitching to us before, and then I think when Top heard this, usually when the artist gets signed, it's dope that like they always try to like change stuff up about it or whatever. But when he heard this, he was like, yo, this is like it was it. This was raw. This is a raw project, and I think they skimmed off about like maybe 3 or 4 songs because I think it originally had like 16 or 17, and then this one has 12. But yeah, I think that's dope for Top to like hear that and be like, yo, this is good. We gonna release this. We pushing this.
I didn't know that. So this is the original tape.
Yeah, they just took the original tape. They just took off like I said,
it was like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That is interesting.
Yeah, like that's why you don't see no like a J-Rock feature or like a Schoolboy Q feature or whatever. Like this was all his work that he put in. Top Dog heard it and was like, yo, this is what we putting out. Like, I think that's dope. I think that's dope. That is dope. Someone for like, you know, on a mainstream label like that. To like not try to change up your sound of what you created already. They're like, yo, this is so dope. You're so dope. We're just gonna push this out and put our stamp behind it. And
that's big. Yeah, and I think that's partly the reason why they are so ahead of the game right now in this digital age. After I saw that Instagram post, I started listening to this shit, and I was blown away. Y'all know me, man. Y'all watch the show, like especially with new artists. I need to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never heard you before. Why are you the way you are? And Reason, he gives you all of that. He's introspective, you know, and also talking to me, I was like, yo, like this guy to me, and I, you know, people sometimes they love comparisons, they don't like comparisons. I like to compare. Like he sounds like a West Coast Big Crit to me. I think he was talking to his grandma about killing the guy.
His mother.
His mom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Talking to his mom about killing the guy. Just very introspective, you know what I'm saying? But also gives you that, like he could spit, like on Thirst. Like the way he's spitting on that, Corrupts. Like that's my, like that beat.
Yeah, that shit.
Woo! And the way he was using that Corrupt line from the world, I was like, oh man, that shit was so
that shit was dope.
And then it goes to fuck with me after Corrupt. Like he got bangers. You know what I'm saying? He got that bump in the whip shit. Like he does. I feel like he's a really well-rounded artist. And then you know to get that information from B, like we didn't even take nothing away. And to me, I feel like TDE is the type of label right now where you sign to them, your status get elevated. So if this is your base, shit, Reason set a very high standard.
I think it was good the fact that he showed so much hunger on this project. I think that's what's so dope about it. Like he showed the hunger and his vivid storytelling. I think on here was really dope. I was just like, man, and the bar, like I said, Corrupt. he was saying like niggas they don't fuck with you when you cold, but they hate when you hot. Like the whole correlation of the cold and like that. I thought that shit was dope as fuck.
The haters come like waiters. They only
come when you eat. Yeah, I was like,
oh yeah, that was a dope
damn,
line.
Or something like they're like old pimples. They always bumping like the beats like old pimples. They're always bumping.
Yeah, I
something
was like,
that.
yeah. I mean, he had
damn.
bars. He had one bar. I think it was on it was the second to last track where he said something about state win. He was like something about like Ali. They shake when I be political, but my no look pass is something about IV or something like that about HIV, like the magical HIV. He does a good job of telling the story of how it is being a black man in America.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Growing up in an urban city. Like I think he did a good job of telling that story vividly. I'm like, yo. And the beat selections was you could tell he got like that old soul too, like
exactly,
like, just like how Big Crit is like he's a young cat.
I mean, just how it started off.
Oh yeah, the
Algreen. Like so, you can tell throughout the project he had like a lot of good soul, and I love the opening single for this, Better Days. When I saw the video for it, I was like, damn, that Killer's joint, man, where he was talking, when he had that suicide letter to his mother, man,
Yeah,
like,
that was deep.
like the fact that you can incorporate that in your album as well, like not only you have bars and you got good storytelling, but you can just get so introspective like that, like, yeah, he hit on all aspects on this album, man, like everything, yeah.
You know, I think, I like the way you said it, Feefo, is that he's well-rounded, like, and I think that describes him because, like, his voice, he's not gonna wow you with his voice. He's just like that dude that's around, that's just always talking, but every once in a while he'll say some real shit. He says a lot of real shit on here with these different lines that you just pick up on him like, damn, that's some real ass motherfucking shit he just said. And he just has a way of crafting, those sentences, and it just kind of resonates with you. So while he was rapping and the beats were cool, it wasn't anything that was really just like pulling me in and just like blowing me away. I was like, okay, this is a good album. But when he got to that one, he was writing that song about Mama just killed a man, and he was just going through that whole story. And then all of a sudden, you heard the choking sound. I was like, oh shit. And then so now all of a sudden he caught my attention. So I started to listen a little bit more closely, and the more I listened to it, the more, I started to kind of, tune into him and the things he's saying. Because he's very monotone, so you have to really tune into like his storytelling and his words, because, he's not going to yell. He's not going to give you a lot of, double time or triple time flows or anything like that.
He does change the inflections of his voice, though.
Yeah, I didn't get monotone.
I'll
wait till you're finished. But I didn't get a monotone feeling. I got almost like a younger J-Rock feeling when I listened to this guy.
Less energetic J-Rock though? Doesn't sound like he has a lot of energy when he raps, I guess is what I'm saying.
Like J-Rock doesn't really yell because he has that gruff ass voice. He's
got but J-Rock can sound hype. Like he didn't sound hype on this whole project. And I think it's probably the tone of the album.
This was a little bit more rough and rugged. Like he done been through some shit.
Yeah. Which I don't mind.
I don't mind it once I got.
It's dope he did that.
Yeah, once I got past that, and like I said, the way he wrote that song and then the choking, and I was like, okay, I didn't really pay attention to what he was saying prior to the right. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, because then it's like him. He at the club with his boys. He kind of had a song about him being at the party and parking lot pimping and all that stuff. And then you go from that situation, like that's some real shit though. Like you can go from that situation having fun to like, damn, I see some dudes that I have beef with or whatever, and in the shootout, and I kill someone.
Better Days was cool, but then when Situations came on, they flipped that Usher. And apparently, I saw this on Genius, that was Childish Gambino singing that shit.
One of my favorite shits, that Kawhi mixtape.
Oh, that's where he got that from? Okay. All right.
Summer Up was like a perfect closing track, like a celebratory type of track. Like I'm still out here grinding, and I'm like, I think him saying I'm trying to get the bands of Summer Up. I think it was kind of like a metaphor.
Exactly, it's like to be continued.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like there's more content to come. You know what I'm saying? So
I think
that second verse in Summer Up though, where they were like, "Is Reason still working?" It's like, bitches, Amber Rose still twerking, Gold Digger still farting, and then he ends it with Black Lives Still Hurt, Black Lives Still Hurt. That shit was amazing. I'm like, bro, you should just ended the album on that because I was done. And I'm like, wait,
Yeah, man.
That's one of my favorite tracks in the whole fucking album. Because it was just, it was just like, I don't know what got in him, but he sounded possessed in that song. Like he was just rapping.
What a great way to close it out. I love when you open the album out great and close that bad way out great, man. That's perfect.
You know who he reminds me of for this year? It's like Jid of a year or two ago. Remember when we listened to Jid and we were all kind of like blown away, like, oh shit.
Oh, you mean just a reaction?
Yeah, just a reaction.
Yeah.
Just a reaction, like, oh man, like this is gonna be like a guy that
like this dude can be special.
He could be special. I feel like that about him.
When you're talking about Colored Dreams, it's like he sounds sorrowful. When you listen to him, he's talking about to the person whose man he killed. Then he's talking to who's a friend of his.
Was it about his brother?
Yeah, that's what it was. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be there to be by your side. And then it ends with, sorry, mama, I actually did this, and now I know I embarrassed the family and all that. It sounded like this really happened, and I don't know anything about this guy. Yeah. So I don't know if that story may be partly true, but damn, it was just like, this guy has such a way of saying things where it really, really, really hits. And yeah, there's definitely bars, but he's more of a whole sandwich type of guy. He's not like a pull the meat out and eat it.
Yeah.
Like he's a whole sandwich type of dude, and I really like that. It's interesting that he fits in so well with the TDE collective. It's like it almost feels like he was always there. It's weird because it's like I can't see him being with anybody else really. It's like he just automatically fits in with TDE. It's bizarre. No disrespect. I just don't know who this person is. I don't know if it's Exian or Christian.
Right. But he rapped his
That motherfucker.
Rapped his ass off, didn't he?
Showing love like February. When they gonna take our spot? That's Never-uary. Like the dude was rapping. I've never heard of him before. But it was like when you listen to these songs, it's just like this is TDE. Like he has that TDE sound even before he was on TDE.
This is actually interesting because when listening to this, I was trying to figure out how he fits in with TDE and the roster that they have. You know, and I would love to hear a TDE project because I didn't know that this, like, they only just took songs off. And I think it's dope that he is different from the rest that they have. Like he's not signing a bunch of artists that are like a Schoolboy or you know into like otherworldly stuff like Absol. And I think it works. Like I said, like you know, Colored Dreams and the consequences of your actions and him killing that person, going to jail, and the regret that he has, but also how that is going to impact his brother. And how his brother, he won't be there to guide his brother through, you know, that street life if his brother get involved in that street life. I like him though. I like him. I definitely think he's dope. Yep.
For me, my favorite tracks are Corrupt, Fuck With Me, Thirst, Colored Dreams, and give me Summer Up.
Corrupt, Colored Dreams, Better Days, State We In, and Summer Up.
Corrupt, Colored Dreams, Better Days, Situations, State We In.
I'm gonna say Corrupt, Bottom, Colored Dreams, Better Days, and Summer Up.
Reason, if you watching, homie, super dope project. For me, you set the bar pretty damn high. I'm definitely expecting something as good, if not better. Especially now with the resources you have, the people that, you know, you can reach out and touch. Hey, bro, you know, this, that, and the third. You know, got Mixed by Ali. You got everything now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited for you. I'm super excited. So that's all I got, man. Can't wait till the next one.
Great job, man. This is definitely a solid debut. Just like people said, now that you have Mixed by Ali mixing your projects, how your project's gonna sound from a production standpoint, and you know, I'm interested to see how you sound with other rest of the TDE camp. So that, like this being your project before that, and Top Dog just like don't touch it and just released it to us. Now I want to see what you're gonna do now that you're in it and seeing how you can collaborate with Schoolboy Q or J Rock or Isaiah Rashad or even if you don't, even if you still want to, you might still want to prove to the world or to us that like, look, I can still do this on my own with Top Dog behind this project. So I mean, either or, I'll be interested to hear it.
Congratulations, Brother Reason, on the signing. It's dope, man. And you know, I kind of echo what they're saying. Like you walk into the room like, oh shit, I got all this to play with. I think it could definitely allow that creativity and ideas that you have to come out even more. But yeah, definitely a good project. You know, definitely like you as an artist, and you know, it's gonna be interesting to see how things move along from here. But as far as there you have it, man. Good work, good shit.
Reason, I'm gonna start off by saying sorry, we missed your post. You know, Rod got it and didn't tell nobody. Yeah, sorry, man. We just didn't catch it, but I mean, I guess it worked out better for you this way, actually. But yeah, I really, really enjoy what you're doing. I think you fit in perfectly with the crew that you're in. And if you can do this without the tools and the access that you have now, I'm really, really, really curious to see what you can do with all of the assets you have at your disposal. So yeah, man, great work.